Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy BFX's video, and we're gonna be talking about Reberta, finally! I know I'm a little late on this, but I was able to get another one of her from the free poll. So, yeah. So we're gonna be comparing her TDH build with a true dual wield build. So here's the TDH build first. We've got 400% TDH. 400% TDH, 3% stone killer, because we're going to find some of that stone. Whoops. And also, for some reason I forgot that the save doesn't do that. So we're going to put that on. So we have the jump damage required. Over 800%, that's fine. And we're not using her base form, but I'll talk about her base form later in the video. But right now we're just comparing TDH with true dual and what's the proper rotation for a rate shift form, if you don't already know. So keep in mind, we're only comparing damages. We're not actually trying to finish this trial. We're only comparing damage here, so keep that in mind, guys. So first of all, unfortunately, I'm not sure, I'm gonna value the killers over the attack buff. 400% attack buff is really good, but why do they have to be defense and spirit on this one? That's kind of annoying, to be honest. That is actually kind of annoying. Whatever. And we're also sacrificing not using Infernal Breath because we need to use Dragoon's Aim and also Emissary of Demise for those modifier buffs. The rest of the stuff is just, we're just setting up for the next turn. So sadly we have to sacrifice some of those other good things. I wish she had Quadcast or something. Oh, she does have Quadcast, just not in the form it actually matters in. Kidding, by the way, her face form is fine. Okay, and now we're gonna jump. We'll get ourselves set up for jumping. I'll just use Firestarter, I guess. Now we're gonna jump. We have all our mod boosts and everything. We're all ready for jumping. Ling has been doing some drugs, it looks like. Now we're gonna use the 90% defense rate. There's a lot of 90. Actually, there's not very many, actually. There's a few 90% defense breaks in the game. Not just hers. But she's on my friends list, so... Okay. See how the stats is? I think it's like 6 something. Yeah, that's pretty good. 6.6, so let's remember that. 6.6 for that. And remember, guys, variance could be a lot of things. However, I've done several test runs and it's usually around 6.3, 6.6, something like that. So that's around the range. It's always gonna be 6 billion something, most likely. So keep that in mind, guys. I know you guys are gonna say, "Oh, it's just variance and you only tried one time." Before in this video, I did several run-throughs just to make sure that it would be worth it to make this comparison. And it was always around 6 billion something. So just so you guys know, I'm not lying to you guys. Anyways, let's get into the true dual wield part. Now in the true dual wield version, you have a lot of freedom. You have a lot of freedom to just put whatever you want, because I'm capped on killers, I'm capped on jump damage. Like I didn't know what else to put in, so I just put in some Esper stuff. Some Esper stats. I didn't know what else to do. She's capped on everything. Anyways, so that's the true dual wield build. Well, actually I didn't. Did I show it enough? Yeah. 2 STMRs, necessary, mandatory, I would say even. That's why you needed more than one. You need more than one, for sure. I guess this isn't really actually necessary, but it's just here because there's nothing else to put in. There's nothing really there to fill in the void of that, so. Pretty good build, I would say, though. Let's get into it. We're going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to skip ahead so that the video is not as long for you guys, but I'm just going to do the same exact thing as I did. Alright, let's try it. Let's get our jump on. And that's about where it usually is in the true dual wield form as well. The 5.2. Now, keep in mind again, variances and everything like that, but once again, I've done a whole bunch of tests I did a whole bunch of run-throughs, and that's where where it's at 5.2, 5.4, give or take. But I think the TDH build is just better. She's obviously not going to be the best. She's obviously not better than Kane, no way. But if you want to build her as a Dragoon jumpered unit in Clash of Wills, for example, I think that the TDH build is better. It's slightly more damage than the True Duo build. You know, it has more stats. Because I was seeing so many people just say, "Oh, it has more stats, so it has you'll just do the True Duo build," stuff like that. But I just showed you I'm doing 1 billion more damage with the TDH build than with the True Duo build, and it's not that hard to build. It's not much harder to build than the True Duo form. So whatever form you decide to take, that's up to you guys. I'm just showing you guys the data. In my opinion, I think that the TDH build is better, but of course, the variance thing is a variance thing is going to be a thing that's going to be brought up in the comments. I know that, but I do think that the TDH build is very powerful. I think they might start opening some eyes, because I didn't see anyone talk about the TDH build at all, or at least from what I mentioned. Everybody just immediately went to the True Duo build because it was 2 of her S team are. But anyways, let's talk about her base form now. So I don't think it'd be realistic for you to use both of these items in Clash of Wills, for example, because to be honest, you'd only use the base form for Clash of Wills and nothing else. And that's just my opinion. So obviously you wouldn't use both of these. Just for the video, I want to get some good stats. But so her base form, over 7,000 magic, that's not too bad. And remember guys, you need physical killers. So we have physical killers here. We have 300% aquatic and 300% dragon killer. So that was very easily obtainable. Both of these that's a 5-star TMR. And I mean, that's Celeste's TMR, but I mean, you might have her by now. But you can use there's tons of aquatic stuff out there anyways. So this is her base form. With Mega Breath, you're able to get quad cast, which I'd recommend doing. You have quad cast, and you're able to quad cast the Mystic Breath with perfect change with Esther. How about I show that off for a little bit? Let's test that actually. Okay, so this is with triple casting. Let's see how far this goes. They're both fire imbued. So it looks like you need to quad cast it. But as you can see, that was perfect chaining. That was easy chaining there, guys. Obviously you need quad cast, so let's try quad cast. Alright, so this is quad cast. I'll just do it again for the video. And you can only do 2 things with our quad cast, it looks like. And also, I'm just curious. You would never want to do that. You can only quad cast her Infernal Breath in her brave shift form. Obviously not really that useful. So quad cast with her LB, let's see what that does. It still broke, but I would say that's still pretty good. It broke a little bit for some reason, but it's still pretty good. And I used a macro for that, so it wasn't user error. It's just I don't know why that broke. Maybe something with the training W, but I doubt that. Anyways, so that's very good for Clash of Wills, for example. That works really well with them. So very good. All right, so that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Once again, I personally feel like the TDH build is better, but variance could always play a part, guys. Variance could always play a part, and also gearing could be a potential easier access with True Duo build, and you might suffer a little bit extra. You might suffer a little bit of damage loss, but she's not meant to be, the strongest damage dealer. But at the same time, you need her to be a finisher. I think the TDH build is better, in my opinion. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Am I wrong? I show data. Test for yourselves, of course. Compare builds with mine and see if you do more damage with the True Duo build. I am perfectly open to criticism with that. And anyways, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think again, and hope to see you in the next video. If you want to help support the channel, click the like button or click the join button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!